What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? I just wanted to hop on here real quick because it was on my mind and I finished the first 3 episodes today. Like I started on it a couple of days ago and then I finished the rest today. Bel-Air, okay? It is the reimagining version of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, okay, with Will Smith and Alfonso Ribeira, Tatiana Ali, Hilary, all of them, okay? Um Now, I'm gonna be honest. When I saw the trailer, and I seen that they was talking about this, like the reboot of this and coming back with Fresh Prince of Bel Air. They was talking about it for a while. This was going on for at least a couple of years because somebody, I think a fan, made a trailer for if it was to come back, and it was bomb. It was really good. Okay, and so that sparked a lot of interest, and people were saying that it might come back, they might pick it up, and then finally we got word that they picked it up, and so I was like, okay, cool. And this was around the time, especially like we got all of this confirmation around the time that they did the anniversary of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. HBO Max put that whole reunion part up. And so that was great. I said, all right, I'll be into it because I'm a big Fresh Prince of Bel Air fan. I've watched every episode. And if the episodes come on TV, I watch them, as well. So, given that I said that, when I saw the trailer for the new show, this new imagining of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, I don't know. Maybe because I'm thinking of the old Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Oh, let me get my words together. I've been talking all night, okay? Y'all got me on a good time, baby. It is 12:40 a.m. I just got through recording one video, and I said, you know what? While I'm editing, let me go ahead and talk about this. I saw the trailer first, and I said, I had a little bit of mixed feelings, okay? And I'm going to tell you why, because in my mind, I'm thinking about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, all right? I'm thinking about, I hate this little shit. I'm thinking about how it used to be, you know what I'm saying? It used to be a comedy, or how it was. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was a comedy, okay? But it touched on real life issues, but not so deeply, okay? We had the issues of, it was hard stuff, dealing with drugs, dealing with, you know, uh, uh, getting married, possible teenage pregnancy, living on your own and getting jobs and racial discrimination and things of that such. But it was, with comedy around it, okay? So it won't be so heavy. It was heavy enough, but it wasn't so heavy back then in the 90s when it came out. So I'm thinking that it was going to be like a comedic series, just like the regular one, like a real reboot. That's what I thought it was. Like literally, it was just gonna be a reboot, and it was just gonna have different characters, and it's just gonna have like probably some cameos from the older characters, the original characters, and it was gonna be a comedy thing, probably 30 minutes or whatever. And that's with no commercials because it's gonna be on streaming. Peacock picked it up, but when I saw the trailer, I said, "Girl, what is this?" I said, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I said, nigga, it felt so gritty, okay? And when I say gritty, I mean it just felt so heavy. Like this ain't comedy. This a dramedy, okay? This drama. And I said, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. And you can go back and find my tweet. I said, so this what they doing with Fresh Prince, huh? So then, I always, and I'm going to tell y'all this, I always, when it comes to new shows, black shows especially, I will always give them a chance, okay? You're going to get a view regardless of if I like it or not, and I'm going to look at it all, because I support, just because, I don't have to support because I'm black, but I do. I do. And I want them to win, and I want them to get some views, and I want them to get whatever, but that does not mean that you're above critique. So I'm gonna give my positive and my negatives and my good and my bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be honest. And honestly, I looked at the first 3 episodes, and going into the first episode, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel. But I gave it a chance, okay? I wiped that out. I gave it a chance, and I continued to watch it, and I was just like, okay, now let me get to the second episode. Oh, bitch, let me get to the third episode. Now, see, this is one thing, and this is how I know that it's going to be a good show. because it pissed me off and it still made me want to continue to watch. And I like shows like that. Sometimes that can work in their favor, and sometimes that can work against, because depending on what it is, if damn near everybody is unlikable, oh, I'm done with it, okay? But if it's like one or two characters on there that's unlikable, I can still stick it out. And if the story around why they're like that is cool with me, yeah, I'm gonna still be in it. And that's exactly how it is with Prince of Bel-Air. Well, it's called Bel-Air, okay? And I feel like they did that on purpose. I feel like that was on purpose, and the intent was to piss us off, okay? Because we know the story. We know the story. Like the episodes so far have been like an hour, 48 minutes, 45 minutes, first three episodes each. And, you know, Will, Philly native, okay, baby, somebody tweeted, I'ma just put this out here. Somebody tweeted and said they saying a little bit too much, that like the Philly words or whatever, the slang John or whatever, they saying it too much, okay? Like, don't nobody in Philly really say it that much. I don't know if that's true, my Philly people. If that's true, okay, put that down in the comments, okay? Because I mean, damn, every time, every other goddamn word he's saying John. Is it Jawn? That's what my subtitle said. But we know the story, okay? Will, he's the basketball star. He was getting scouted or looked at. He get into it with somebody that, and I just didn't like that. I said that man came up on there while they was on the basketball court. No, they was eating their chopped cheese. They was eating their little cheesesteaks, okay? That's what they was eating. They was eating their cheesesteaks out there, and he come over there and he coming at them or whatever. And when old boy was about to get at him, he gonna pull up. I said, oh, so you can't fight with your fists, but you got to pull out a gun. You got to show them that you got a gun. Oh, you a weak nigga right there. I already see what that is, okay? And so, he challenged them to a basketball game. If I win, I'll leave y'all alone. If y'all win, I'll leave you alone. And then it's this dude Rashad, who is the main person. Remember, Will was running away from somebody that was coming after him. That's what it was in the original. So in this one, this is like the head of like a street gang or whatever, like he drugs and all that stuff. And he was basically like, if I win, you lose against them, oh boy, you come work for me, talking to Will. Because Will was real cocky with it, okay? He real cocky with his stuff. He was with his friend, and his friend had brought a gun, all right? Because he knew they needed protection at one point. And so they get up there, they played the game, and they won fair and square. They won fair and square, and old boy couldn't take it, and they get into a fight because old boy threw the ball at Rashad and lied and said that it was Will or whatever, or tried to say it was somebody else. So of course we're gonna automatically say that it's Will and do all this shit and get him in trouble. And they fighting, so Will took the gun and he's fired off some shots, okay? And I said, oh no, baby, why you do that? So he winds up getting caught up. His friend looked at him. I said, friend, you ain't gonna stay with him? He said, no. Ain't no use in both of us going. I said, you supposed to get arrested with him. You the one that brought the gun. Girl, he got put in jail. That's the whole story. Rashad was up in there. He got pulled out or whatever before even going to a judge, that week, that Monday, because I think he got pulled out on the weekend. And Rashad talking about something, he snitched or something, because he was in jail too. And so all of this was the reason why he had to go to California to his relatives, which was his auntie, his mama's sister, okay? Y'all know how the story go. And his mama is played by, I think her name is April. And if y'all looked at Tyler Perry, If Loving You Was Wrong, she played Natalie. Okay, she played Natalie on there. I said, it is good to see you, boo. And she doing her thing. Okay, she was doing her thing. And she got him out, and she said, listen, you going to California right now, okay? You're living with your auntie and uncle in Bel-Air. I whistled for a cab, and when it can't live, the license plate was fresh with a dice in the mirror. But anything, I can say that this cab was well, but I said, if you don't forget it, your home's in Bel-Air. I was waiting for the theme song, but it never happened. Okay, so I just had to do it myself. Girl, that just took me back. Because I remember watching this shit. That was back in the day when my family used to watch shows like all of that. Whenever it came on, we sat down in front of that TV, all of us together. No, we ain't turned on this TV, that TV. It was one TV, and we sat there and we watched it, bitch. But anyway, One of my favorite episodes of The Fresh Prince. Pause. One of my favorite episodes of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was I know everybody loved it when Will was talking about why you don't want me, man. Okay, that got me too. But when Carlton took that drugs, okay, he thought it was vitamin E and it was actually speed that was up in Will's locker. And then when he was lying about it, he got into the hospital. And then when Will finally came clean about it because he couldn't take it, you know what I'm saying? And he started crying or whatever. I was like, oh my God, like that's my favorite episode. I don't know why it is. Y'all know I love when a nigga cry. But that was cute. But no, so he had to go to Fresh Prince. I mean, he had to go to Bel-Air. And so, you know, he do his thing and we get introduced to Jeffrey. Instead of him being from England, he's from Jamaica. You get Hilary, played by Coco Jones. Now, see, Coco Jones kind of rubbed me raw just a little bit when I was listening to, she was on, what's Michelle Williams, Checking In podcast, and she didn't know that her first name really was Tanitra. I said, girl, you a singer in the industry, you ain't know that? I mean, it's how many years? We found out that her name was Tanitra years ago. I'm going to let you pass on that, shawty, because you doing good, you know, and we get Viv and we get this other, I don't know why I thought it was going to be like a chunky Uncle Phil or whatever, but he's slim, bald, dark skin, and I love the fact that they're dark skin. I said, oh my God, this is beautiful, okay? This is great. Carlton, bitch, as soon as I seen him, I said, oh no. It was just something about like he is playing his role. I will tell you that. The guy that is playing Carlton, give him some awards because he is playing his goddamn role. As soon as I seen him, I just knew that he was going to get on my goddamn nerves, okay? I just knew he was going to give us time. And that's the thing about it. Now, see, they had Carlton being uppity, but he was still kind of likable. He was still likable to a certain extent, okay? In the original. In this one, this Carlton, I hate. I don't want to say I hate, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Oh my God. I just don't understand. Like, why do you have to be this way? Okay? Why do you have to be such a jealous, spoiled, entitled asshole? Okay? And to family at that, granted, you don't really know this person, but even if you don't know them, why do you have to be such an asshole to them? I just didn't understand it. And it don't make no sense because when Will comes in, you got Hilary being nice to him, Ashley being nice to him and everything. They accepted him automatically. But it gets to Carlton and he's just a dick to him. And I'm liking the fact that in this reimagination of Bel-Air, they don't have Hilary being a ditzy. You know, Hilary is actually, you know, a social media influencer. Okay, so she's doing a lot of stuff. She got a big social media crowd. And she's actually into cooking. And like in I think the second episode, I believe it was, her mom basically hooked her up with this job interview for this catering place or this food place called Hope Cooking or something like that. And it wasn't something that she really wanted. She was just doing it for her mama because her mama did it. She didn't ask her mama to do it. And they basically said, your food is good and all, but it's a little too spicy for our demographic. And you need to tone that shit down. Because basically we're not catering to your demographic, your color, basically. And you need to, you know, get approval of what you're wearing and what you're posting on your social media and everything like that. And one of the issues that came up was she said no. You know, she blasted them about their racist actions, okay? And then, of course, Aunt Viv is part of a fraternity, not a fraternity, well, Uncle Phil is part of a fraternity. Viv is part of the sorority. And one of the ladies that was there at this little party get together that they had, she got pissed off at Vivian because she was like, "Why I'm waiting for an apology. Like your daughter didn't even apologize for what she did." And she didn't even know what happened because Hilary just went online and basically blasted them. And, you know, Hilary came over there and she said, I apologize for not feeling sorry because I'm not going to apologize for what I did, you know, and she said exactly what it is, you know, and when it came to that situation and it comes to Viv, my critique that I have about the way that they have Viv on here because when I'm thinking about the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, we have on Viv who was this lawyer, and she was just firm. She didn't let shit get past her. She's all about putting your foot down, not letting anybody trample over you. This strong woman. Not saying that they don't have this particular Unveiled being strong like that, but she's more so. They have her as, well, you gotta, suck it up and do this in order to get over. You know what I'm saying? Do it their way in order to get over. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. Like the advice that she was giving Hilary, I said the original Unveiled would have been on Hilary's side 100%. Okay? And this Unveiled should have been, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I just don't like the laxness that they have for her. Like, she just, she cares about what other people truly thinks, you know, being accepted, that's what I get from this Unveiled. And I don't like that. That is one flaw about Unveiled on here that I don't like, okay? Because I'm thinking about the original Unveiled on the original show, and I know I got to stop doing that, but I feel like they kind of watered down her character just a little bit. I mean, I understand it's only 3 episodes in, but it's been a couple of moments where I just like the original Unveiled wouldn't have did that. Like she would have been gung ho and strong about that and been like, "Nah, you ain't finna play me like that." You know what I'm saying? But Carlton, Uncle Phil just got Will to use him for his political games because he running for like a political office or whatever. And I do like the fact that they put that radio interview with Big Boy in there to show that we have these people who are, some black people who live up in these mansions and, you want to say that you're all for the people or whatever, but yet you're not really for the people because you don't know what it's like to be the people anymore. You can't relate to black folks the way the regular black folks like you putting out there that you can. And that's what the viewers, the callers was coming in and they was basically asking all these questions, and he realized that he's not connecting with these black folks, okay? Just because we're the same color don't mean that we're on the same level, okay? And I can understand your plight. He's not struggling no more, and he hasn't been struggling, and he's far removed from that struggle for many, many years, okay? And so therefore he truly don't understand what it is. Then that's what it was showing, you know. What else? Yeah, him using Will for the political thing, and I was just like, I ain't like that. I ain't like that. But I feel like, at probably like the end of the first episode, beginning of the second episode, I kind of was just like, I don't know how I feel about Uncle Phil, but then I kind of softened up on him. But Carlton kind of played me. Because in the first episode, he was kind of cool for a moment. I do like seeing the fact that Carlton is, he's not a loner. He's actually quite popular. Okay. And in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he was a little bit popular, just a little bit, but he wasn't as popular as they're being shown on this. Okay, like he's running the damn school, and it's not hard for him to get girls. He had a girlfriend, he had to break up, or she broke up with him because he got issues. Oh, baby, you want to know what type of issues he got? He up here doing Xanax like it's coke. I said, excuse me, you're a drug addict? You're a druggie? They didn't give Carlton a druggie? I said, oh no. When he was, I said, wipe the shit. At least they had to tell him, wipe the shit off your nose, okay? Just, okay? If you're going to do it, don't be sloppy. Looking like old girl from White Chicks, okay? I said, oh my goodness. Why would they do that? But then again, hey, that's life. That's some real shit, especially up in them private schools. Oh, it's a whole bunch of stuff that goes down. And they want to talk about public school and shit. It's just probably more stuff that goes down at the private school than it is public. They probably neck and neck, okay? And of course he's mostly friends with white boys, okay? And I was surprised that he was with a black girl, and of course she is the one that's gonna come between Will and him, and that's what caused them to get into a fight, because he can't swim. They was at a party. And them two were talking. I don't know if they kissed. I can't remember if they kissed. Of course, Carlton sees it. He's high at this point, and he pushes Will into the water. Old girl had to get in the water and save him because he could have drowned. And you got his friend Connor, who is a dick, okay? And he beat his ass, punched him out, and then he punched Carlton out. It got caught on film, and of course, now Will is looking like the bad guy because they trying to spin the narrative and make it seem as though Will did it out of no reason and just came at Carlton for no reason and made Carlton seem like he was the good guy and he was the victim, and he wasn't. He started the whole thing. And he was just upset that the daddy didn't really do nothing. And even Uncle Phil had to tell him, you can't start a fight and feel as though you're not supposed to get no consequences. Okay, like, come on. He just comes off. Carlton came off entitled and pretentious on the show, but on this one, oh, it's like 100 times more. It's 100 times more, and it's like he got the backing of them white boys, okay, and he's shucking and jiving for them white boys, okay. When Will first see them in the locker room, and they're listening to Hot Nigga, and Carlton is in the midst of these white boys and they're saying the N-word. And I don't give a damn if it's in a song or whatever. You're not supposed to say that. And Carlton is letting them. Will, who never met them, is just like, y'all need to calm that down. And Carlton like, why you tripping? And I was like, yeah, you look like the type that'll let your white homies to say that. And mostly I feel as though Carlton is doing all of this just to fit in. Just to fit in, okay? And I just don't like it. He let that boy put them drugs on in Will bag. That pissed me off. He is just, he's so whitewashed. That's why I'm so surprised that he had a black girlfriend. I was so surprised. I said, oh my God, I cannot stand. And he's jealous. Will is not trying to take his place or anything. Will is just being him, okay? And it's like every move that Will does on this show, it bothers him. When he even talking and connecting with the dad, it's bothering him, okay? He flipping out when they couldn't make it to his lacrosse game, even though they'd have been to multiple lacrosse games that he had, and he saw that they was at Will's first basketball game since he been out there. Oh, I was just like, you flipping out like that? It was the jealousy, the entitlement. It's just, I cannot stand uppity, bougie black folks like that. I really cannot stand that shit. Okay, that grinds my motherfucking gears so bad, all right? But that is what he is portraying, and he is doing a good job because he is making me not like him. And I think that's what we're supposed to do for right now. And I hope that eventually, as the season goes on, that they change that around for Carlton and we get to the bottom to what's going on with him, because he's taking these drugs and all this stuff, and he's talking about, oh, he's just downgrading Will because he thinks he's better than him because of the environment that he came from, and I can't stand black people that do that to other black folks, okay, especially the ones that get a little, a little upgrade, a little level up, a little status, and now you looking down on the people because you think you better. That's Carlton. And mind you, they're still in high school, like they're juniors. They're juniors. And you're acting like this. Imagine if he goes into college and he still act like this. Oh, it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse, okay? But so far, it's so good. I do enjoy the show. I will be tuning in. I just seen little subtle differences or whatever, but if you haven't watched it, it's on Peacock, the streaming app, okay? And like I said, I think episode 1 so far has been the longest episode. It's been about an hour. Episode 2 was probably like 45 minutes, and I think episode 3 was like 48 minutes. So it's a good, fast watch, okay? It's really entertaining. It's, it'll catch your attention. It really do, But I say give it a chance, okay? The next show that I think I'm about to go watch, y'all keep on saying Inventing Anna. I will be watching that. I already heard stuff about that, and I'm already intrigued, so I'm about to go watch that probably tomorrow while I'm at work. Or I should say today at work, since it's 1 o'clock. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Give me your opinions, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.